Ben Neumann knows his way around a wave. The 19-year-old has been surfing for 6 years. He won a bronze medal before at the World Parasurfing Championships, and he's hoping for gold at the competition this November. But whether he's training at a wave pool near his home in Germany or in the sea where he says surfing belongs, how the wave sounds and how the board feels on it are the senses he relies on because Neumann is blind. He lost his sight at 6 years old due to a genetic defect. Neumann's able to communicate with his father on a headset to know when and where a wave is coming. He says surfing is a form of therapy, that everyone faces obstacles, and that it's important to keep going with spirit and motivation. To quote the inspirational parasurfing medalist, more is possible than you think. Hi, I'm Azuz for The World from A to Z. You've heard me say how we're an independently produced, nonpartisan source for news, and one reason why that's so important to us is coming up later today. First though, a meeting in Russia known as the BRICS Summit. BRICS being an acronym for Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. Several other nations from Iran to Egypt have also joined this group, and dozens more may be interested. That's one topic these world leaders were discussing this week. Experts say Russian President Vladimir Putin was hoping to use this event in Kazan, Russia, to show countries in the West that he's not as isolated as they want him to be over Russia's 2022 invasion of Ukraine. Also on the table at BRICS, talks on how these countries can cooperate to reduce the importance of the U.S. dollar to international trade. Some of them want to decrease America's global influence. But another reason is because Russia is looking for ways to get around U.S. sanctions, economic punishments because of Ukraine. Together, BRICS countries account for more than 30% of the world economy. But critics say they're still too divided on major issues to be as influential as Russia and its allies would like. On this date in world history. October 24th is United Nations Day, commemorating the date in 1945 when the UN Charter officially took effect. The international organization was founded with the goals of helping people in need, upholding international law, promoting human rights, and maintaining international peace and security. Recent years have seen more conflicts around the world than at any point since the UN was established. Rewinding the clock to 1861, America's first transcontinental telegraph line was completed on October 24th. It instantly revolutionized long-distance communications in the country and made the Pony Express, the nation's 2,000-mile-long horseback mail service, obsolete.
Word of knowledge. Who is the best-selling music artist of all time? Michael Jackson, Taylor Swift, The Beatles, Elvis Presley. Even though they weren't active for as long as the others on this list, the artists who sold the most overall were the Beatles.
Back in the 1960s, Beatles fans could buy a concert ticket for less than $2. Even accounting for inflation, that's only like $20 today. With fans now paying hundreds, sometimes thousands, to see folks like Taylor Swift, the hyper-inflated aftermarket prices don't go to the artist or concert venue. And while market forces and ticket sale technology are a lot more complex than in the 60s, prices are still rooted in supply and demand.
Lynn Habis-Reitinger is a self-proclaimed Swiftie.
Since 2006, when Debut came out.
And a determined one. Last year, she traveled from Orlando to Atlanta to try to catch a Taylor Swift show without a ticket secured.
The tickets in Atlanta were going for resale was probably like $500.
Lynn couldn't afford that. Instead, she listened from outside the venue. Now she's seeing her ticketless saga begin again. Tickets going for hundreds of dollars on resale sites, some as much as thousands.
I love Taylor so much and I want to be there so badly, but that is such a huge financial burden.
What is driving these sky-high prices? Professor Andrew Mall from Northeastern University says it starts with demand.
This is a market of scarcity at work.
Bots and technology now making it easier for scalpers to purchase lots of tickets at once, but fans are now also reselling tickets as an investment.
There is a way in which we're being asked, what is the value of this experience, especially knowing that we can resell it for a lot of money.
Last month, Coldplay fans in India shocked to find tickets for the band's Music of the Spheres tour being resold for as much as $11,000. The aftermarket prices frustrating buyers around the world.
It's just really heart-wrenching. They go on and buy those tickets up so that they can resell them. They're not fans of them at all.
We reached out to popular resale sites like SeatGeek and StubHub. We only heard back from StubHub, and they tell us they're a marketplace where fans can buy and sell tickets in a safe way, and one in which the sellers dictate the price and the buyers decide ultimately if they want to purchase them. Reporting in Los Angeles, I'm Maribel Gonzalez.
Roseville sounds like a beautiful place. It's a city in the Golden State of California, and it's where Mr. Bobo's class is with us from St. Albans Country Day School. We're thankful to have Mr. Barrowman's class watching from Kevin G. Langan School. It's in the city of Albany in the Empire State of New York. Now, we're going to the birds. The Eagles of Dr. Eimer's class are watching from Flat Rock Middle School. The town of Tyrone is in the Peach State of Georgia. And then we've got the Hawks soaring over the Hawkeye State. Miss Mooney's class is here from South Hamilton Junior Senior High School. It's in the sparkling city of Jewell, Iowa. We are in the midst of Media Literacy Week, a time of heightened awareness of what you see on TV and online. And a new report from the Gallup Analytics Company indicates that Americans' trust in media has never been lower. When asked if they have a great deal or fair amount of confidence that mass media will report the news fully, accurately, and fairly, 31% of respondents said yes, the lowest number Gallup's ever recorded. For perspective, when the organization first asked this question in 1972, 68% said they had confidence in media reporting. When it comes to those who say they have no confidence at all in the objectivity of mass media, it's 36% this year, according to Gallup, a little lower than the record 39% from last year, but still part of a multi-year trend of total distrust. There is a partisan divide. 54% of Democrats in this year's poll said they have a great deal or fair amount of trust in the media. That number was 12% for Republicans and 27% among independents. In this poll, Democrats have historically expressed the greatest confidence in the news media. So why does this poll matter? For the media companies and the news shows like this one that want people to trust them, it highlights the importance of giving multiple perspectives, giving a fair shake to each of the different sides, and not taking one.
This is the time of year where fall is big, like more than 2,500 pounds of pumpkin big. Yet this year, it's also big to downsize.
We see consumers willing to invest in these events, but also looking for ways to be smart with their budget.
The National Retail Federation's annual survey predicts that shoppers may spend around $104 per person, down $4.62 from 2023's record high. So overall spending might be lower, though still billions more than just a decade ago. Retailers say nearly 72% of Americans plan to celebrate Halloween, spending the most on candy. An estimated 67% hand that out. Decorations, a fast-growing category, and costumes.
$5. And on Amazon, the same ones that I was looking at are $13.
The National Retail Federation says 12% of shoppers, especially younger consumers, look for costumes at thrift or secondhand stores.
Sticking with that theme, with Halloween exactly a week away, decked out dogs donning disguises recently stepped out for an annual Halloween dog parade in New York City. The costumed canines included a literal hot dog who's almost certainly older than its vendor, a Pomeranian appearing proud to show off its suit of something more sinister, and an animal inspired by the hip-hop group Run DMC, with the D almost certainly standing for dog. Of course, some breeds and monsters just make sense together. Consider Zombeagles, Draculaquitas, Van Pointers. There's Barkfoot, yet teacup chihuahuas, the abominable snow mongrel. A wiener dog would make a great Frankenstein. Any breed could be a werewolf, but they all probably just want to go out as skeletons because they love bones. I'm Coral Azuz. That's the world from A to Z. You are the best part of this show, and you mean the world to me.